I let Tails be on his own. I thought, why not let Tails be on his own in Sonic 2? Because, well, Tails is the best Sonic character, so why not? The estimate should be around about 35 minutes, but it could, some stages could give me issues, and I'll talk about them as I go along. But if you guys are ready, I'll do a countdown.
Yes, countdown. We'll get everything else on the stream set up for like category, and you said the estimate was about 45 minutes?
I said around about 35 minutes, but a couple zones could give me issue. Also, I'm going to turn you guys up on Discord just a little bit, because so you can hear you guys a little bit more.
Alrighty.
Okay, there you go.
Alright, we should be set.
So,
go ahead and count yourself down.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So, welcome to Sonic 2. Here's Emerald Hill Zone, basically the Green Hill equivalent of Sonic 2. A nice zone to... Okay, but I'm already messing up. A nice zone to get yourself accustomed to Sonic 2, as I go for this zone. The quickest, like in Sonic CD, this game is run in IGT normally, but we're using RTA here. So basically, if I'm too fast, I'll wait until the 30-second timer and then go, since it's faster than RTA. Unlike Sonic CD, these only have two. The acts here are only two, and after the first one, obviously there's a signpost, and then after the second act, there's a boss. Well, I will get these so it's easier, and even though I said in Punji Panic earlier in my Sonic CD one that would be the easiest boss, this gives it a run for its money, especially with the invincibility box, because you just walk along with it and then it's dead. $43, that's not terrible, that's not too bad. There you go. So if you right, so next zone is Chemical Plant, with one of the best tracks in Sonic 2 in my opinion. I actually really like this music.
Chemical Plant is the best song in the game, so...
Nice. Got the jump that save some time. Wait for the 30. Chemical Plant has got a really good one. My favourites also are Aquatic Ruin is another one of my favourites, and even though the stage can give me a bit of trouble, I actually really like Metropolis's music. I don't really know why. I just find it suits the stage. Even though growing up I hated that zone with a passion, and still kind of do, since it's one of the main run enders in this game. At least in my, me. Because there's a few tricks that you have to do that I will teach you about that can either save you a lot of time or really lose you a lot of time, depending if you get them right. Also, to everyone who hates the water bit in Chemical Plant, just do that, and you completely bypass it. It's quicker to do it. It's quicker to go through the water bit because you can do a massive jump that also gets rid of it all, but I just like to be marathon safe. Especially in a category that I haven't really practiced that much because, well, I wasn't really planning to do it, but I should still do decent enough here. Right, next one is, right.
Yeah, everybody in chat, like seriously, give a huge amount of encouragement. They just jumped in, said, I've got to run, we're going to help you guys out. Seriously, Matthew, you're like the hero right now.
You deserve.
Well, if I'm being honest, I actually was meant to submit this to this marathon, but I end up just completely forgetting. And then, so, oh, okay. Also, I already submitted CD Tales. Also, because of how quickly I had to set this up, I actually don't have chat open right now, so... Right, so, Aquatic Ruin, one of the best soundtracks in the game. You can do that to, I have a way in Aquatic Ruin 2 to completely make a fall of the stage, but it can mess up and I can drown, so hopefully I don't drown. But let's see if I can do it. Right. Jump on the badnik, hit the spring. Okay, good. Nice. Getting to the boss in 30 seconds is actually really good. Spin dash too early.
So how good are you at this game compared to other people?
There's two different categories for Sonic 2. There's one where it's Sonic and Tails, which has a lot more runs. But there's also another category where it's solo characters, so solo Sonic or solo Tails. And with Tails, I think, well, if you count just Tails ones, I think I'm actually second from last. But there's only around about 4 or 5 runs with Tails, so it's quite a small category. But it was only recently implemented, so I'm not that surprised. And also, Sonic 2 can be a bit of a hard game to learn at times, especially with the later stages, if you want to go as fast as you can.
So what is your favorite
But no,
in the entire game?
Oh, there's a lot that I like purely for a soundtrack point, but there's also a lot that I like just playing. Like, I know lots of people don't really like Casino Night, but I actually really like playing it. So I get a 36, that's actually really good. I didn't have any faults with the stage and just went for it. Casino Night 2 can be can give me a bit of trouble, especially when going the quickest route, but I hopefully should be good. So I don't get squished there. Get the speeches.
I'm seeing a number in the bottom left corner a lot. What does that number mean?
Oh, that's the FPS counter of the emulator that I'm using. Because I didn't really have enough time to set up my own Sega Genesis. I had to quickly get this together, and in order to use these in speedruns, you have to have that FPS counter at the bottom. Otherwise, the one gets disallowed. Really, I probably should have took it off, but okay. This boss can be a bit hard, especially when you don't get the right opportunities to attack, but I think... oh, I missed it. Missed the last hit, but that boss can give you a bit of trouble, especially when you, like, if you're just zooming around, it can give you a bit of trouble. But that was actually a pretty decent fight of it. I could save a couple seconds from doing it the perfect way, but especially the marathon setting, I'm fine with it. Hilltop Zone has, I think, the first proper glitch of Sonic 2, where well, I'll show you since it's in this ad. Probably could have gotten the invincibility to help, yes, but too late now. Basically, what you do is you go in this box, you wait for it to do that. Ah, missed it. It's quite difficult to pull off. You basically the lava only has a hit detection at the top of it, and with using that platform, you get sent down. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to get sent straight down into a later part of the stage, but it is quite difficult to pull off, especially when you haven't really practiced it. But I've got the invincibility. Oh, that's a tough one. Favorite 2D game is Sonic CD. Oh, there you go. There's the glitch that I put off. Favorite 3D game. It's a tough one between Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Generations. I like Unleashed more purely because it's all new stages, but I like Sonic Generations is gameplay more. I think they pulled off the boost gameplay really well there. Right. Need to. Nope. I didn't mean to spin dash down there.
Congrats to Golder Zoa for getting world record in Animal Crossing right after his marathon run.
Oh wow. GG. I guess the salty run back was a good choice, as we like to call it. Seriously though, GG to him, or them. I don't... yeah. Right, so Hilltop 2's boss is pretty infamous if you're playing with Sonic and Tails, because Tails, or the AI of Tails, can really mess you up. But obviously, since we're playing as Tails, it's pretty simple.
Actually, like, soft lock the game?
In some areas, yes, but not in this. Not in this boss. Towers can hit the boss, and you, if you're trying to do it as fast as you can get sent into the lava in Hilltop's boss. And especially if you don't have any rings, it's basic. It's a death, which loses a lot of time, especially since in the checkpoint you have, you don't get given any rings. So you either go for the quicker strat, where you don't have any rings and you can't get hit, or you go for the safe option, which loses time. Right, there's another glitch where you're not really supposed to go into that, but using the invincibility box that I got, you can just squeeze yourself right in now and make it to the later part of the stage. You can also do that with Sonic, and it's actually a bit easier because he has a bigger jump height. Right, Mr. Cave 2 is the one where I'm going. is where I'm a little bit worried, because the quickest way is somewhat easier with Sonic, but with Tails you can just barely get there. Oh, got it. Nice. Also, Mystic Cave is home to another one of my best tracks in this game. Right, so the boss, you really just go ham with it. For whatever reason, those two drills have a weird hitbox where even though you're spin dashing right into them, they just won't hurt you. You have to really get close to them for them to hurt you. Now, when I was saying there are some stages that can really mess me up, especially with as little practice as I have done, it's this zone, Oil Ocean, since, well, I'll show you exactly what I'm on about. There's enough space in between those pillars for you to spin dash and then get enough speed to go underneath them, but it's quite difficult.
So now that you said which stage is your favorite stage, which is the worst stage in Sonic 2?
Ooh, it really depends on if I get screwed by them in runs. Oil Ocean is a very big offender of this. But Metropolis, even though I said Metropolis, like, I quite like it, that's also another very big contender on runs that have died due to it. A lot of people don't really like Wing Fortress, but I actually quite enjoy it, especially now that I've gotten a lot better than I used to being at it.
Do you do the clip at the end of it that allows you to quick kill the boss?
Sadly I don't, purely because I've gotten it before, but I haven't really got it consistent yet. And I'd rather be more consistent than failing loads of runs, but having like a couple that might have it. As a speedrunner, I like to go for consistency over speed, really. But that's just me.
Someone donate $10 to make him do it.
Oh well.
Would you actually do it if someone donated $10?
If someone donated $10, I would attempt it, yes.
Okay.
And in this boss, there is a way that you can zip towards the end of the stage and save a lot of time, but it's weird. With Sonic, I know how to do it, or I know like the basis of how to do it 100%. With Tails, it's a little bit harder. For some reason, he interacts with the oil waterfall, and Sonic doesn't, so you have to get his movement more pinpoint. And again, like I said earlier, I go for consistency, really. Right, now time for everyone's favourite stage, according to most of the players in Sonic 2, Metropolis Zone, which I will hopefully be making a mockery of if I don't mess up. since this is one of the only times where you'll be seeing me zipping, not zipping through the stage, but also over the stage, and I'll get to how I'm doing that right now. So if I don't get hit by that badnik. What I do is I crouch down here, pan the camera down, quickly jump up, and then I somehow go inside the corkscrew, and then there, I'm right at the end of the stage basically. At 120. That trick is a lot harder than it looks to pull off. But speaking of tricks that are hard to pull off, Metropolis 2 also has one where if you do it correctly, you can do it in under 20 seconds. Let's see if I can do it. Oh, I messed it up. So now here comes the dilemma of, do I intentionally take a death to do it, which I actually am going to, because it would save time, and also I have loads of spare lives, so I can afford to do it, or play the stage normally. Since I know like the timing of how to do it, I was just a bit too late there. There you go, I'm in the wall, and then I do that, and oh, wow, I actually missed it, and I died. Oh boy. I've never seen Tails literally just zoom past the screen like that.
I've seen Sonic do that before.
Oh, I jumped way too early. I might do the stage normally, purely because I think any more and I'll actually, it wouldn't be worth it. So, annoyingly, you'll be seeing Metropolis 2 done normally, sadly, but...
It takes like 3... Well, how long does Metropolis 2 take?
Metropolis 2 normally takes around about... Well, if done in the quickest way, well, with the glitch, it's about 20 seconds.
I
but
normally,
yeah, normally it's around about 2 minutes. So technically, it would still be faster for me to keep on trying on the trick, but I'd rather not. Get really annoyed at it, since. Ooh. So that's gonna hit left. Now sadly, I think I have actually gone the wrong way. Well, not the quickest way anyway. But...
So welcome everybody to the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Let's Play.
Don't you know? I mean... That's evil. Now I have to do my best YouTuber voice.
You gotta have a clickbait title too.
Oh yeah. Tails dies in Sonic Forces 2. Sonic 2 Let's Play Episode 5.
Anyway, I remember CVQ 2012, I think. The button that you just hit like 20 seconds ago just would not work for Naglaria. It just wouldn't work as Sonic. So the second player had to go hit the button as Tails. It was the dumbest thing ever.
No. Okay. So, hopefully I'll be able to pull off the glitch in this zone. Well, not this zone, this act, sorry. And also, fun fact to anyone who doesn't know, Metropolis Zone is the only zone that has 3 acts in it. purely because I believe there was a cut zone that was meant to have this. There was cut zone. I think there was a cut zone that was meant to have this act in it, but they just decided, hey, let's just like, change the palette, make it Metropolis Act 3, and there you go. Oh, that was actually really good. I normally get hit by that enemy there, but I didn't that time. Oh, got hit by that one though. And that one. Ah, you little... Yeah. I thought I just about evaded his attack, but I guess not.
You caught yourself.
There you go. Yeah. Okay, here's one of the glitches. As you saw in Metropolis 1, you can also do it here, where it skips you from doing the a massive climb up. And I think it saves on about 25 seconds if done the first time, which I did. Now this boss, there is a way that you can do it quickly, but very riskfully. But I'm gonna try to do it as safe as I can, as I get hit the first time. There's a little that spinning circle is normally what you would jump at to hit him, but sometimes if you've done it a bit too late, you mess it up. Yes. Okay. So that Metropolis 3 was actually fairly good. Nothing really went wrong in it. The 238 is really good for Metropolis 3. Even with Sonic and Tails, which is obviously slightly faster because on the corkscrews you have Sonic and Tails running up. But here's Sky Chase, the perfect...
6-second auto-scroller.
Yep, so auto-scrollers in Sonic games. Let's go.
So
Best stage in Sonic. I'm kidding.
We get to talk about incentives now. Hey, remember earlier I said that you can donate $10 to get Wing Fortress skip added into the event? Well, if you donate $10, you can get Wing Fortress clip added into this run. So get that in. And also, we should talk about real incentives. The Katayo controller is still at $66 out of $100, and you still want to see it, because any game played with a different controller is amazing. See Splatoon Dance Pad for more information. And next we have our 2-bid wars, the Caproid color and the Hello Kitty outfit. Swimsuit's still dominating denim by $15, and black and gold is still $1 apart. Black is at 16, gold is at 15. I'm assuming Sonic can canonically control a plane. I actually, no, he can't. Sonic if oddly enough in Sonic Store, if you've done Sonic Solo, it's Tails that flies the plane, and also in Sonic and Tails, at this point Tails is flying the plane as well, since if you were playing in Sonic and Tails, for Wing Fortress and Death Egg, you don't have Tails with you, because, well, I'll show you in about 40 seconds. There is a way that you can make this go faster in IGT. I think it's with Sonic and Tails. If you do a 6-tap spin dash, which is hitting A, B, or C 6 times in a row without missing frames, you get a perfect speed spin dash, and you can just about get it where it's 205 instead of 206,
but even in the world record one, they don't go for it, purely because you either save a second or you lose 2 minutes and 6 seconds due to having to do the stage all over again.
And you are not doing the clip since no one really $10.
Alright. For anyone that's wondering, the clip would happen right here. I would spin dash there, which means I would get slope glitch, and I would jump up to the slope around there and try to get up top to there, where I would spin dash the boss 8 times, and it would be a lot quicker than what I'm having to do now. But also a lot more riskier because I haven't actually pulled it off in a run before. So.
Is this PB face?
I actually wouldn't know because I haven't got my splits up.
The PB's still getting
I believe it
48,
might be.
It's at 29.45 right now. Is it possible?
Oh, that's actually not bad.
Okay.
After the run, I'll be able to see what the RTA of my PB is, and I'll be able to roughly say what the well, not roughly. I'll be able to see whether it has a chance of PB or not, and if it does, I'll be able to
Your RTA is
go back and do.
31.48.
I think if I do Death Egg flawlessly, I may have PB. I don't know. But here we see Tails flying in space to chase down Robotnik purely because he's that cool. Tails is best Sonic character. And here comes Death Egg. You have you have no rings, and you have to face not one but 2 bosses. There's the first one done. There is a chance of a soft lock there, even with Sonic. If you get the 8th hit at the best or worst time, depending on what you're trying to accomplish here, you can essentially soft lock the game.
And soft lock is bad. We don't want that.
Yeah, we don't want that in a marathon setting. I was a bit too far away from him here to get the spin dash off. Okay, I believe I'm on 9.
PB's dead, by the way.
Ouch. Oh, yep, it is now. Oh boy. I jumped. The first time I spin dashed too far away, then I jumped too early. Right. So, say hi to Mecha Sonic again. Good thing I didn't get this off again.
Stupid robot made by a stupid person.
I mean, technically, Eggman or Robotnik can basically scored in this game. It's like a 400 IQ.
That's impossible.
Exactly.
So he's stupid.
Because he's outsmarted. But oh, I died again. Because he's outsmarted by a hedgehog and a fox. Well, and an echidna.
Yeah, and an echidna if you put the other cartridge on top of this one.
And technically a pink fox. I mean, no, a pink hedgehog.
And also, don't forget the acorn.
Sally the acorn. Yeah. Right, so considering I'm messing this up, I'm going to not try to get the multiple amount of hits as I have been doing. Okay, so that was... I've lost count. Good job, me. Right. I thought I was either going to miss that or get crushed by his giant feet then. Okay. Okay, time is coming up, and got a bad spin dash. Time.
GG.
Wait, so PB died because I died twice on Death Egg, but if I don't mind asking, what was my time?
34:17.
Underestimate! Yay! With no practice in like 2 weeks, that's actually really good. Well. So, as you can see here, Tails saved today.
In there right when we needed you.
That's alright. I'm always happy to help. You can see Tails is flying down, and as you will see in just a few short moments, even though the tornado got taken down, it's back, and well, Tails is safely on there as he was in Sky Chase, and all the flickies come and fly, and it's just a really sweet moment that to end off. Quite like one of the best Sonic games in my opinion. Sonic 2 will always be close to my heart. That's why I decided to learn how to speed on it. But here you go. Tails celebrates, and then we get to hear the amazing Sonic 2 credits